Next, we have to discuss the drop, cavity and bubble in the surface tension. We know that a liquid air interface has the energy called the surface energy, and for a given volume, the surface with minimum energy is the one which has least area. And we know that a spherical surface has the least surface area. So as a consequence of the surface tension, free liquid drops and bubbles are spherical if we neglect the effect of gravity. In figure we have shown three diagrams, that is drop, cavity and bubble. Drop have liquid inside and air is outside, while in cavity air is inside and outside is the liquid. And bubble, yeah, like the soap bubble, have the two interfaces. One is air liquid interface and another is also liquid air interface. So we can say drop has only one interface of liquid air. Similarly, cavity is also having one interface, while in case of the bubble there are two interfaces. Outside is air, inside is air, and in between there is the liquid. So there are two liquid air interfaces. Let's take the case of drop. Suppose r is the radius of drop, and suppose it is increased by delta r. So new radius of the drop will be r plus delta r. Because of this, the increase in surface energy will be equal to the surface tension multiplied by change in the surface area. So it will be equal to surface tension multiplied by change in area. This is 4 pi r plus delta r. This is the new radius square minus 4 pi old radius square. So it will be equal to s into 4 pi r square plus delta r square minus 2 into r into delta r minus r square. This r square and r square get cancelled, and this delta r is very small because delta r itself is small. So we can approximate it as s into 4 pi into, this is plus 2r into delta r. This is our equation number 1. The increase in surface energy is due to the work done by the pressure difference. So we can write from equation 1 that increase in surface energy, it is s into 4 pi into 2r into delta r, and this will be equal to the work done by the pressure difference. This is pi minus po multiplied by 4 pi r square. So this multiplication gives net force, and because of this force, displacement is delta r. We get the work done equal to surface energy. So on simplifying, 2 4 pi and 4 pi get cancelled, delta r and delta r get cancelled. So we will have s into 2r equal to pi minus po divided by r square, or pi minus po will be equal to s into 2r by r square. 1r get cancelled, so it will be equal to pi minus po. This is equal to 2s by r. This is for the case of drop. And similar formula is applicable for also cavity, because these also have single liquid air interface. For bubble, there are two interfaces of liquid air. So there the relation between difference in pressures will be equal to 4s by r. This formula we have to remember. So we have to take some examples. First question is, two mercury drops each of radius r merge to form a bigger drop. The surface energy of the bigger drop, if T is the surface tension, is, if two mercury drops of each radius r is merged into a single drop, so we can write that 4 by 3 pi r cube, because small r is the radius of a smaller drop, plus 4 by 3 pi r cube will be equal to 4 by 3 pi, and now new radius of the bigger drop is capital R. So this implies that 2 into 4 by 3 pi r cube will be equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. This 4 by 3 pi get cancelled, So we can write that r cube equal to 2 small r cube, or r is equal to 2 raised to power 1 by 3 into r. This is our equation number 1. Now, surface tension is defined as the surface energy per unit area. So this implies that surface energy E will be equal to the surface tension multiplied by the surface area, and this surface area for the bigger drop will be 4 pi into capital R square. Substituting the value of R, we will have 2 raised to power 1 by 3 into R raised to power 2, or we can simplify further as 4 pi into 2 raised to power 2 by 3 into R square. Adding this, we will have 2 into 2 raised to power 2 into 2 raised to power 2 by 3 into pi into R square. And on simplifying, we will have t into 2 raised to power 2 plus 2 by 3 into pi R square, or it is equal to t into 2 raised to power 8 by 3 into pi R square. So option D is the correct option. Next question is, work done in increasing the size of a soap bubble from the radius of 3 cm to 5 cm is nearly given surface tension of soap solution is 0.03 Newton per meter. We know that surface tension is equal to work done per unit area, and because bubble has two interfaces, so there will be the twice of the area for the single surface. This implies that work done which we have to calculate is S into 2 into delta A, and surface tension is given 0.03 Newton per meter multiplied by 2 because of the two surfaces of the soap bubble for liquid air, multiplied by, and the change in surface area will be equal to surface area A is 4 pi R square, so it will be 4 pi into, and initially radius is 3 and finally it is 5, so we will write it is 5 centimeter, it means 5 into 10 to the minus 2 meter square minus 4 pi into 3 into 10 raised to power minus 2 square. On simplifying, we will have 0.03 into 2 into 4 pi into 10 raised to power minus 4, and remaining is 5 square, that is 25, and 3 square, that is 9, or it will be 0.03 into 2 into 4 pi into 25 minus 9, that is 16, into 10 to the power minus 4, and it will be in joule. We need the answer in millijoule, so we will simplify it. So it will come 0.06 into 64 into pi into 10 to the power minus 1 joule, and further simplifying we will have the value is 0.4 pi millijoule approximately. Hence option C is the correct option. Next question is, pressure inside two soap bubbles are 1.01 and 1.02 atmosphere respectively. The ratio of their volumes is. For air bubble which has two interfaces, we can write that Pi minus Po, this is the pressure difference inside the bubble and outside, will be equal to 4 T by R, where T is the surface tension and R is the radius of the bubble. In first case, inside the pressure is 1.01, where outside is the atmospheric pressure which is 1. It will be equal to 4 into surface tension into radius R1. This is the first case, where we have taken the outside pressure is equal to the 1 atmosphere. Similarly, in second case, the inner pressure is 1.02 minus outer pressure is equal to the atmospheric pressure which is 1, and this is equal to 4 T by R2. This is the equation number 2. So on simplifying, we will have from equation number 1, that is 0.1 equal to, this is 0.01. 0.01 equal to 4T by R1, and from equation 2 we will have 0.02 equal to 4T by R2. Now divide equation 1 by equation 2, we will have 0.01 divided by 0.02 it is equal to 4T by R1 divided by 4T by R2. It is equal to R2 by R1. This implies that R2 by R1 is equal to 1 by 2. This is equation number 3. Now we have to find the ratio of their volume. So ratio of volume is V1 by V2 and bubble is spherical. So volume will be 4 by 3 pi R1 cube divided by 4 by 3 pi R2 cube. So it will be equal to 4 by 3 pi is common. So get cancelled. It is R1 by R2 whole cube. R2 by R1 is 1 by 2. So from equation 3 we can write R1 by R2 equal to 2. And substituting the value here, it is 2 raised to power 3, that is 8. Hence option C is the correct option. Next question is, a drop of liquid of radius 10 to the power minus 2 meter having surface tension 0.1 by 45 Newton per meter divide itself into k identical drops. In this process, the total change in the surface energy is delta U 10 to the power minus 3 joules. If k equal to 10 to the power alpha, then value of alpha is. Here, volume of the larger drop is 4 by 3 pi r cube and it is divided into the k identical drops which have the radius is small r. So this implies that r cube is equal to capital R cube by k after cancelling 4 by 3 pi. So small r will be equal to capital R divided by k raised to power 1 by 3. This is the equation number 1. Now from definition of the surface tension, it is equal to work done by change in surface area, and this work done equal to the surface energy which is 10 raised to power minus 3 will be equal to surface tension, that is 0.1 by 4 pi into change in area. And because on dividing the larger drop into the smaller drops, surface energy increases, that is surface area also increases. So we can write it is k into surface area of the smaller drop, that is 4 pi small r square, minus surface area of the larger drop, that is 4 pi r square. So it is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 equal to 0.1 by 4 pi. 4 pi is common, so it is taken out. Remaining is k, and replacing small r from the equation number 1, it will become r by k raised to the power 1 by 3 whole square minus r square, or it is 4 pi and 4 pi get cancelled. So it is 10 to the power minus 3 is equal to 0.1. R square is also common, so remaining is k by k raised to power 2 by 3 minus 1, and replacing the value of r, we will have 0.1 into r is given by 10 to the power minus 2, so it will be 10 raised to the power minus 2 square, and inside it will be k raised to the power 1 by 3 minus 1, and on simplifying we will have k raised to the power 1 by 3 minus 1, that will be equal to 10 raised to the power minus 3, and here it is 10 to the power minus 4 into 10 to the power minus 1, that is 10 to the power minus 5, and on changing the side it will come 10 to the power minus 3 into 10 raised to the power 5, so it is 100, and k is given 10 raised to the power alpha raised to the power 1 by 3 equal to 100 plus 1, so it is approximately equal to 100, keeping the calculation simplified. So we will have 10 to the power alpha by 3 equal to 10 raised to the power 2. On comparing, we will have alpha by 3 equal to 2 or alpha equal to approximately 6. Hence answer is 6. Next question is, a soap bubble having radius of 1 millimeter is blown from a detergent solution having a surface tension of 2.5 into 10 to the power minus 2 Newton per meter. The pressure inside the bubble equals at a point Z0 below the free surface of the water in a container. Taking G equal to 10 meter per second square and density of water 10 to the power 3 kilogram per meter cube, the value of Z0 is. For soap bubble, we know that pressure inside the bubble minus pressure outside, this pressure difference is equal to the 4T by R, where T is the surface tension and R is the radius of the soap bubble. This implies that, as per question, this pressure inside the drop is equal to the pressure at a depth Z0 from the free surface of the water. So we can write it is the atmospheric pressure plus rho g into height is Z0. So we can write it is P0 plus rho g Z0. This is the pressure inside the drop minus P0 will be equal to 4T by R. And on simplifying, this P0 get cancelled, so rho into G into Z0 will be equal to 4T by R. So Z0 will be equal to 4T by R into rho into G. Now substituting the value, we will have 4 into surface tension is given 2.5 into 10 raised to power minus 2 divided by radius of the soap bubble is 1 millimeter, so it is in meter 10 power minus 3 into density of water is 10 power 3 kilogram per meter cube and acceleration due to gravity is 10. Since 10 power minus 3 and 3 get cancelled, and it will be equal to 4 into 2.5, it is 10 divided by 10 into 10 power minus 2. This 10 also get cancelled, so it is 10 raised to power minus 2 meter, or it can also be written as 1 centimeter. Hence option D is the correct option.